Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome to Burbank, otherwise known as Bob Hope Airport. I believe that's what it is. So I'm here working a real schedule. So I'm doing some series on the channel that I'm trying to work on, taking real schedules that I put together. So this date is December 7th, 2023, what happened here at Burbank. And basically trying to work from a reasonable amount of time, you know, kind of as the airport's coming to life. So I actually started here at 5 a.m., but it just skipped forward here till 6:02. So there's clearly nothing that happens at this airport between 5 and 6 that morning. So sometimes you'll get cargo planes or, you know, early general aviation, but that doesn't appear to be the case here. So we have what we have, and then we're going to go from there. I'm basically thinking I'm going to keep these maybe to 45 minutes or something, and we'll get as far as we get, and then we'll, you know, pick up next time, probably doing some overlap, because with quick play you kind of need to start at an hour. But let's get moving. So apologize for that loud sound.
And flight 1948 with information Charlie, ready to start.
Flight 1948, approved, expect runway 8.
Ground, runway 8, approved. Flight 1948.
So I'm going to run these across, since we've just got 2 runways here. I've got my arrivals coming in on 15, which tends to be pretty good because that way everything kind of is ending at the end here near the terminal, and hopefully then we can clear the arrivals off and just have them out of the airport and where they need to be. But the challenge ends up being there's only so many gates, and so I think the faster we can go, you know, the better it'll be for that. And then if I'd normally be doing takeoffs on 26. But again,
Burbank
for
ground,
general aviation,
flight 1948 ready to taxi.
We'll start at this end. Flight 1948, runway 8. So I'm going to move things.
Runway 8, flight 1948.
I'm going to move things where I can, so that we can make some progress. Whoops. Flight 1948, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. So we're going to have
runway
our
8,
first
cleared
flight.
for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Flight 1948.
Going to have our first flight heading out here. So it's 6:07. I'm sure he'll be rolling. If not before that, he may be airborne by 6:07. So yeah, he's already throttling up now. They don't need as much distance to take off. So yeah, before they even get to the crossing, he's up. But yeah, runway 26 sometimes is a bit of a challenge. There's not a lot of big runways in this airport, so just depends. But you can see nothing's going on. He's just leaving, and we're already at almost 6:10 here. So we've had one plane in a few
Burbank
minutes.
ground, flight 1944 with information Charlie, ready to start.
So another one. Flight 1944, pushback approved. Whoops. Flight 1944, approved, expect runway 8. They do not need a pushback. They're going to yell at us.
Negative. Flight 1944.
Flight 1944, approved, expect runway 8. I didn't say expect.
Ground,
so.
runway 8, approved. Flight 1944.
Haven't had you know, my wake up or something this morning. I'm issuing commands poorly. But there we go. We've got obviously a couple things here. Looks like we've got a UPS plane sitting there, so I'm assuming that's getting loaded up. I'm sure that'll head off at some point here, but that's going to need the longer runway, I'm sure, looking at the size of that. Alright, and I thought we had something coming in, but we do not. That's
Burbank ground,
the one heading out.
flight 1944 ready to taxi.
Flight 1944, runway 8.
Runway 8. Flight 1944.
And now I'll just get him moving. Flight 1944, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Flight 1944.
So if we go to the strips, we've got 44s. Let's see, I don't know the airports offhand, but the one that turned and went the way they did, they were going to BFL. This one's going to SMX. I don't tend to use the strips. I found it's just a bit challenging to do that. So anyway, here he goes. We'll get our radar overlays back up here. And again, at this point, he can take off. We can get some points. And we'll see if... Yeah, it doesn't look like he's turning. Well, he is now swinging around, so maybe it's a very... Oh, he's actually literally swinging around and heading back over to the west. So, definitely a lot going there.
Burbank
Okay.
ground. Flight 1942 with information Charlie.
I was
Ready
going
to
to say,
start.
this is as fast as I can go. Flight 1942 approved. Expect runway 8. So I
Ground,
assume that one
runway
will
8,
happen
approved.
soon, too.
Flight 1942.
I didn't notice if that van was there before, or maybe that van moves around. Alright, is he gonna go? There we go. He's gonna go right through that van. That van's not really there, obviously. But you can see the 1944, and they're finally at 1100. So that's why I've kind of made it standard to issue the command at 500, because then I just don't need to worry about it, and then they're managing traffic, and I get fewer opportunities for a problem up in the air over
Burbank
the
ground.
airport.
Flight 1942 ready to taxi.
Flight 1942, runway 8.
Negative. Flight 1942.
Flight 1942, runway 8.
Runway 8. Flight 1942.
Flight 1942, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 8. Clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Flight 1942.
So I can do this, and then, you know, so basically, again, we tried to start at 5 a.m. Nothing was happening, so we're already at an hour and a half into our shift. So not bad. We'll see how far we get in, again, about 45 minutes of real time. I think keeping those episodes in that range will give us enough of an opportunity to get somewhere, but
Burbank
also...
ground. Flight 3928 with information Charlie. Ready to start.
Flight 3928 approved. Expect runway 8.
Ground. Runway 8. Approved. Flight 3928.
So, apologize. I'm just sitting there waiting for him to move so that I can issue him the next command. But I was also thinking more, like, all we've gotten is the general aviation, and maybe that's all that happens right now. I mean, this isn't a huge airport. It's just where it's at in Southern California. I would think there'd be a little bit more going on, but maybe people, like, sleep in and the
Burbank
flights
ground.
don't leave.
Flight 3928 ready to taxi.
Flight 3928, runway 8.
Runway 8. Flight 3928.
Flight 3928, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 8. Cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
So what I'm
Flight
looking for
3928.
is like the larger planes, and you know, when are they gonna head out? We've got a lot of
Burbank ground.
southwest.
FlexJet 573 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
FlexJet 573, pushback approved. Expect runway 26. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something else. FlexJet 573, pushback approved. Expect runway 15.
Ground. Runway 26, pushback approved. FlexJet 573. ground, runway 15, pushback approved. ExecJet 573.
Alright, let's see. So if I go here, then we're near the location. Where is he pushing back? Oh, I see. In between, I'm like, I can't see him anywhere. It was very interesting. Alright, and then again, we'll get him moving. So we'll easily be past 7. The question is, will we get ourselves to 8 before we're at our time that we're liking to stop?
Burbank ground, ExecJet 573 ready to taxi.
ExecJet 573, runway 15.
Runway 15, ExecJet 573.
ExecJet 573, runway 15, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 15, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. ExecJet 573.
Alright, so nothing coming in yet, which is good. So he's taken off. Let's see, can I move that a little bit? Because that way we'll get a little bit more of a view of things coming in. But yeah, where I was getting is we've got all these southwest planes. You would think,
Burbank
here
ground,
we go, finally.
UPS 2627 heavy with information, Charlie. Requesting push and start.
UPS 2627 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 15. That one's going to need a long
Ground,
runway.
runway 15, pushback approved. UPS 2627 heavy.
I suppose I could have tried. UPS 2627 heavy, pushback approved. Expect runway 8. I'm sure it's going to say no.
Ground, runway 8, pushback approved. UPS 2627 heavy.
Really? Alright. We're going to try it, but I don't
Burbank
think
Tower,
that thing
November
can take
543
off.
Bravo on final 15.
Alright, so we'll see. I just don't think he can take off on this runway, but I guess we'll find out.
Burbank
It'll be an
ground,
experiment.
UPS 2627 heavy ready to taxi.
UPS 2627 heavy, runway 8.
Runway 8, UPS 2627 heavy.
November 543 Bravo, runway 15, cleared to land. So yeah, if he gets
Runway
over there
15,
soon...
cleared to land. November 543 Bravo.
UPS 2627 heavy, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Alright, let's see what happens.
Runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. UPS 2627
This is
heavy.
also a small plane. It's going a lot slower. It's not going 200 like they always do, but even when they're out the couple rings like that, it usually works. So I'm going to come down over here and watch him come down. And I just hope he doesn't run into these office buildings because he can't get off the runway. But he didn't say, because I've had planes say, no, runway's too short or something. But so maybe this runway's longer than it seems. Wow, like barely. But I think that's what the other planes were doing too. So, wow. But he's off. He's on departure. He's, you know, doing his thing. So, I guess now we know. But I think we've cleared everything out of that space till something new shows up. Let's see. If I go here, this is where he'll be coming in. There he is. Alright. November 543 Bravo, taxi to terminal. Let's see
Taxi
where...
to terminal. November 543 Bravo.
Alright, so they're just going to go over here. We are now at 7. So they're going to go basically right back where where that other ExecJet just took off. So they're just literally taking that same berth. So I guess it's good we got them out when we did. Alright, well, this is quieter than I expected. I don't remember the entire number of flights. I mean, it obviously
Burbank
can't be
ground,
too
American
crazy.
259er with information, Charlie. Requesting push and start.
Alright, there we go. So we're finally at... I thought I had... Well, that'll work. American 259er, pushback approved. Expect runway 26.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved.
And it'll
American
be just
259er.
it'll be just my luck now. All these others will start being ready to go, but we'll see. But you know, part of the benefit here was, you know, that we can just enjoy some of the scenery and some of the detail with the planes. But yeah, this is a smaller plane. I mean, if the Heavy could take off, any of these are going to be fine. And we really had no wind. It was like 0 knots, so it's pretty calm right now.
Burbank ground, American 259er ready to taxi.
American 259er, runway 26.
Runway 26, American 259er.
Alright. So that's the one that just appeared. I need to get him past that.
Burbank ground,
It's not a very
195 with information, Charlie. Requesting push and start.
It's not too difficult, I don't think, so... Obviously such a tiny terminal, but what I was worried is all these are going to suddenly start wanting to go, and...
Burbank ground.
waiting for
Sunset
him.
101 with information Charlie. Ready to start.
Sunset 101, approved. Expect runway 8. Avelo 195, pushback approved. Expect runway 26. So yes, I am running
Ground.
them one way
Runway
or
8
the other,
approved. Sunset 101.
but I'm
Ground,
thinking I'm going to have
runway
some
26,
time. I could be
pushback
wrong.
Approved. Avelo 195.
American 259er, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. So that will
Runway
get them
26,
going.
cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. American 259er.
Sunset 101, runway 8.
Runway 8. Sunset 101. Burbank ground. Sunset 101 ready to taxi.
Alright, so there he comes. So he's going to come
Burbank
out here and
ground,
go.
Avelo
In the
195
meantime,
ready to taxi.
this one will go. Avelo 195, runway 26.
Runway 26, Avelo 195.
Avelo 195, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Avelo 195.
So they may both get to the ends of the runway at about the same time, but... So let's see. If I take a look at the strips, anybody going anywhere I know? Doesn't look like it. So the American, oh, DFW, so he's going to Dallas, Fort Worth. I don't know, ACV, all of those others. Anyway, just trying to pass the time as we wait here. Alright, there goes the Avelo finally. So you can see the other one is waiting down there, but he'll be off soon. Once he is up in the air, we'll get sunset moving, and that will be good. But at this point, at least I feel a little bit better that something isn't messed up and not working. Sunset 101, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
So you can
Sunset
see
101.
that Americans over 8,000 feet, still climbing. You know, we've already got the Avelo at 2,000 feet, so they're moving along. We're going to get, again, the sunset coming in our direction here, but he should be up in the air before he even gets to the cross of the runways. So there he is, already going, but you can see the climb angle is significantly different. and off to the departure, which is the biggest thing I needed. You know, this one's already at 10,000 feet.
Burbank ground, Big Stripe 100 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Big Stripe 100, pushback approved. Expect runway 8. So I'm going to keep running those
Ground,
that way.
runway 8, pushback approved.
I don't know if this is
Big
the
Stripe 100.
best way to do it. Looks like we're going to get a southwest. There we go. Southwest 785, pushback approved. Expect runway 26.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved.
Let's see.
Southwest
There we
785.
go. So there's Big Stripe.
Burbank ground, Southwest
We got
785 with
someone coming
information
in.
Charlie, requesting push and start.
So we've got an arrival on its way. Should be able to move planes soon, I assume. I'm just
Burbank
trying not to
ground,
rush.
Big Stripe 100 ready to taxi.
Big Stripe 100, runway 8. Southwest 785, runway 26. So I'm going to
Runway
get
8,
the Southwest
Stripe
to go
100.
first.
Runway 26, Southwest 785.
Southwest 785, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Alaska 1041, pushback approved, expect runway 26.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact Southwest 785.
All right.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved.
So
Alaska 1041.
nothing else over here.
Burbank ground,
We've kind of
Southwest
cleaned out this end.
785 ready to taxi.
Burbank Tower, Southwest 636 on final 15.
Southwest 438, pushback approved, expect runway 26. Southwest 636, runway 15, cleared to land. So getting our first
Ground,
big plane.
runway 26, pushback approved. Southwest 438.
Big Stripe 100, yeah. Big Stripe 100, runway 8, line up and wait. What? Big Stripe 100, runway 8, line up and wait.
Runway 15, clear to land. Southwest 636.
Alaska 1041, runway 26. November 546 Bravo, approved, expect runway 8.
Runway 8, line up and wait. Big Stripe 100.
Southwest 438, runway 26.
Runway 26, Alaska 1041.
Ground, runway 8, approved. November 546 Bravo.
So there he
Runway
goes.
26, Southwest 438.
Burbank ground, Alaska 1041 ready to taxi.
Southwest 785, contact departure.
SoCal departure on 120.4, Southwest 785. Roger, good morning.
Southwest 952, runway 15, cleared to land.
Runway 15, cleared to land. Southwest 9052.
Big Stripe 100, runway 8. Cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Southwest 636, taxi to terminal. Alright, so
Runway
there
8,
he goes.
cleared for immediate takeoff upon
Should
reaching
be good.
altitude 500, contact
Obviously,
departure.
he'll
Big
wait,
Stripe 100.
or he better wait.
Taxi to terminal. Southwest 636.
Burbank ground, Southwest 438 ready to taxi.
Southwest 636, cross runway 26. November 546 Bravo, runway 8. Southwest 438, runway 26, line up and wait.
Cross runway 26. Southwest 636.
So this one's coming
Runway
in.
8, November 546 Bravo.
Runway 26, line up and wait. Southwest 438.
So,
Burbank Tower, Southwest 9052 on final 15.
so here he comes.
Burbank ground, November 546 Bravo ready to taxi.
So we should be good there. Now they're landing.
Burbank ground, Alaska 1041 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Alright, so the other one's already at the terminal.
Burbank ground, Southwest 438 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Southwest 438, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Southwest 438.
Southwest 9052, taxi to terminal. Oh, we lost sound
Taxi
for
to
some
terminal.
reason.
Southwest 9052.
Southwest 9052, cross runway 26. There we go. We've got sound
Cross
back
runway
now.
26. Southwest 9052.
Alaska 1041, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. So they're like
Runway
literally
26,
turning.
cleared for
Like
immediate
this is
takeoff upon
such
reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
This is such
Alaska
a tight-
1041.
a tight airport. Like he literally turns right around and that's it. Southwest 981, pushback approved. Expect runway 26. You know, and this is why I'm
Ground,
using
runway
26.
26. Pushback approved.
Because I can just
Southwest
take them off
981.
immediately. Like this should go relatively quickly. Alright, so we
Burbank
filled
ground.
in.
November 546 Bravo with information Charlie. Ready to start.
Alright. Okay, I was wondering which way it was going to push.
Burbank ground.
Do we have a
Southwest
gate?
981
Yeah,
with
we have.
information
Oh, wow.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Requesting push and start.
Alright, so... November 546 Bravo, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. So we're
Runway
gonna
8.
let him go.
Cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude
Kind of forgot
500,
about him,
contact
frankly.
Departure. November 546 Bravo.
Glad I zoomed
Burbank
out.
ground. Southwest 981 ready to taxi.
Because, yeah, at this point, I just need to get him. Southwest 981, runway 26.
Runway 26. Southwest 981.
Yeah, so it just moved a tiny bit. And now we'll just make sure he kind of clears the airspace so that I don't get yelled at about something. And hopefully he'll contact departure when he should. Southwest 981, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 26. Cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Southwest 981.
So,
Burbank
literally
Tower,
push
Southwest
back.
757 on final 15.
Southwest 757, runway 15, cleared to land. Yeah, so this is where it could
Runway
get
15,
interesting.
clear to land. Southwest 757.
Because obviously we've got the crossing runways, but, you know, I mean, at this point, it's still many miles out, but depending how busy things get, it's just, I don't think we're going to have enough departures, given the number of gates we have. Alright, so everybody is on departure, everybody's where they need to be. So you can see Alaska Air's already passing through 13,000 feet. So what I wasn't aware of, like if I go back here now, okay, I guess there is a tower here, because I was gonna say, I mean, it is Tower Simulator, but there are some airports that don't have towers, and so I just wasn't sure how everything would play out. Alright, well, I'm gonna move this a bit, because why not?
Burbank ground, ExecJet 505 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Southwest 757, taxi to terminal. Southwest 757, cross runway 26. ExecJet 505, Pushback approved. Expect runway 8.
Taxi to terminal. Southwest 757. Cross runway 26.
He may not
Southwest
need a...
757.
Ground, runway 8, pushback approved.
Alright.
ExecJet 505.
Now, is he passing? Yes, so I'm going to wait to push back.
Burbank ground, Southwest 3020 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Alright, so just about there. Southwest 3020, pushback approved. Expect runway 26. Because now they're clear of each
Ground,
other.
runway
so
26, pushback approved.
just want to avoid
Southwest
any problems.
3020.
But yeah, tight little airport. Definitely an interesting experience. So, this is one of the free... this is a new free airport that got added recently. So, ExecJet is taking a while to get itself ready. But that's alright. I mean, it is what it is. So, I'm kind of zooming in and out so I can read the
Burbank
tags.
ground, Southwest 3020 ready to taxi.
Southwest 3020, runway 26. There's not a whole
Runway
lot of
26,
vias right
Southwest
now
3020.
that I need to issue, so, but yeah, I'm safely going to be able to get to 8, so we'll in essence have gone from 5 to 8 in this session. Alright, what is going on here? Like, they're not calling out. I mean, in theory they're ready, but until they say they're ready to taxi, and they change from a square. Southwest 3020, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. So now I'll move it.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Southwest 3020.
Alright. ExecJet 505, runway 8.
Negative. ExecJet 505.
Yeah, it's like it's stuck. That is weird. Southwest 3114, pushback approved. Expect runway 26. Big Stripe 170, pushback approved. Expect runway 8.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved. Southwest 3114.
Ground, runway 8, pushback approved. Big Stripe 170.
Okay, I think it's that one there. Or no, it's that one there. Yeah, this one's like
Burbank ground,
something's
Big
off.
Stripe 170 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Alright, so the Southwest should
Burbank
be ready.
ground, Southwest 3114 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Southwest 3114, runway 26.
Runway 26, Southwest 3114. Burbank ground, Southwest 3114 ready to taxi.
Big Stripe 170, runway 8. Southwest 3114, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 8, Big Stripe 170.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure. Southwest 3114.
Southwest 1048, pushback approved. Expect runway 26.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved. Southwest 1048.
So here he comes.
Burbank ground, Big Stripe 170 ready to taxi.
So what I may do is just kind of get us to
Burbank
8.
ground, Southwest 1048 with information
Although,
Charlie,
I don't know.
requesting push and start.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Big Stripe 170, runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500. Contact departure.
Yeah, and I'm
Big Stripe
guessing
170.
normally
Burbank
they're
ground,
not going to do
Southwest
this
1048
opposing
ready to taxi.
direction. Southwest 1048, runway 26. Southwest 965, pushback approved. Expect runway 26.
Runway 26, Southwest 1048.
Ground, runway 26, pushback approved. Southwest 9065.
Because I know sometimes there's some issues with the general aviation in the game.
Southwest 9065 with information Charlie, requesting push and start.
Burbank Tower, Southwest 2162 on final 15.
Southwest 1048, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Southwest 965,
1048.
runway 26. Southwest 2162, runway 15, cleared to land.
Runway 26, Southwest 9065.
Runway 15, clear to land. Southwest 2162.
Yeah, I think we're going to
Burbank
call
ground.
it once
Southwest
we get to around
965
8.
ready to taxi.
Alright. Southwest 965, runway 26, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure. Should be okay because they're
Runway
still
26,
outside the
cleared
5
for immediate
nautical
takeoff
miles
upon reaching
when the
altitude
command
500,
is
contact
issued.
Departure. Southwest 9065.
And they move
Burbank
relatively
Tower,
quickly.
Southwest 1749 on final 15.
Alright, hopefully we'll get a break right around 8-ish, and that'll be good, because if I can get things calming down a bit. Southwest 1749er, runway 15, cleared to land. Oh, there's another plane
Runway
right
15,
behind it.
clear to land. Southwest 1749er.
You know, and I'd like to get these in, because otherwise I'm not going to have an opportunity to deal with them later, because they're going to be created or spawned, you know, before the 8 a.m. start that I would be doing otherwise. So, yeah, that ExecJet obviously is stuck. So where it got created, I don't know if that gate's a problem in this airport or what, but it just doesn't know what to do with itself, that's for sure.
Burbank Tower, Sunset 600 on final 15.
Sunset 600, runway 15, cleared to land. Southwest 2162, taxi to terminal. Southwest 2162, cross runway 26.
Runway 15,
Right.
cleared to land.
So there
Sunset
isn't
600.
there isn't
Taxi
one
to
right
terminal.
behind.
Southwest 2162. Cross runway 26. Southwest 2162.
There isn't something right behind Sunset, so I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to land these two. I'm not going to take off anything if something appears on the scope for wanting to be departed. I'm not going to do that because we're not going to get that far. Because, you know, I still have almost 10 minutes that I could go, but I'm not going to get to 9 a.m. in that time, so that doesn't make any sense to push it that far. Southwest 1749, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal. Southwest 1749er.
Alright. So it's interesting that they can stop that quickly and they're not having to go to kind of the
Burbank
next one.
Tower, Big Stripe 101 on final 15.
Now that one we'll be able to pick up next time, I think, because it's 4 minutes later. Southwest 1749er, taxi to terminal. So we'll
Taxi to
land
terminal.
the
Southwest
Sunset,
1749er.
and that will be it. So we'll zip this along a little bit so that he gets here, and then once he really lands, I don't even really need to taxi him to the terminal. There we go. So we're good. We'll let him kind of get to the point where he can pull off, which might even be there. There you go. So that will be credited. So good start here at Burbank. Didn't have any incidents, didn't run anybody nose to nose. That's the benefit of not having career scenarios, is if I do have a problem, I can delete the plane. Like, you know, I can get rid of that 505, but right now, you know, when we restart next time, he spawned so early, he won't be in the mix anymore. He'll have been considered gone, but, you know, we lost the opportunity, obviously, to gain the points for him taking off. But hope you've enjoyed it. Definitely a interesting airport. Probably, it's good to maybe have a second small one. TIST, the one that I started with, that the game starts you with in the career mode, with just the one runway, is really small. So I think this is a good alternative between some of the larger airports like LaGuardia and LAX that are in the base system. But if you've enjoyed this and have not dropped a like yet, please consider that. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, gets information out and about in YouTube, and gets more people here to the channel. Certainly drop any comments, even throw some emojis down for engagement. That all helps with YouTube knowing that there's people actively involved here in the channel with the content, and helps things spread a little faster. And the faster we grow, the more options I'm going to have. I'll be able to invest in some things for the channel and so forth, and we'll go from there. But if you are not a subscriber, it makes it easier to find content. It doesn't really do anything. You're not going to get spammed. You're not going to get emailed. But please consider doing that, and I will see you next time.